This video was inspired by Chris Avino. When the Wayland security team accompanying Sir Peter Wayland ventures to converse with his creator, the engineer in stasis, aboard the Juggernaut, the events quickly turn against them, which results in Wayland's death and the subsequent deaths of almost everyone present. But not before some of those who were killed by the engineer were able to lay shots into the engineer's biosuit. Some didn't make it past the suit, however the ones that did barely drew blood. The thing is though that this blood of the engineers was not in fact red, instead a dark green colour. This, along with the engineer's similar yet different appearance to our own, contradicts the idea that the DNA found on them was a genetic match to humans. This could be fixed by stating that they were a close enough match to prove that we came from their genetic blueprints. However, I still believe they created humanity, as the genetic test proves much, despite their phenotypical appearance. However, these differences in appearance go to provide evidence for the theory that the engineers on LV-223, or at the very least the engineers from the stasis pod on the Juggernaut, was either a biological android synthetic, or a heavily genetically altered engineer for long, deep space missions and harsh, unforgiving environments. As we see, the engineers on LV-223 seem to have a number of subtle changes in their phenotype compared to that of humans. The most obvious is their large stance. They are also much paler compared to humans and have fully black pupils. Now let's talk about the fact that he could be an android. Coming to the fact that the blood is a green colour, it seems to suggest that there is no hemoglobin present within the engineer's circulatory system. It seems strange that someone with a genetic match to humans has such a drastic biochemical difference to us. The explanation could be that he is in fact an engineer's own form of an android, and if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. He can sustain large amounts of weapons fire and damage without seeming like he is in any pain or mortal threat. He even appears to heal or regenerate most of the damage done to him after being shot and crashing as he pursues shore across the planet's surface after the Prometheus crew successfully destroyed his ship. He's extremely powerful, being able to lift and throw humans across an entire room with enough force to kill them on impact. All of these factors and more go to suggest that he is indeed a synthetic life form. Comparing some of these feats to the androids of humanity, we get some pretty close matchups. They have tremendous strength, are able to overpower humans with ease, they have both regenerative abilities and can heal their bodies, as seen in the Walter model android. The thing that makes me think it could be an android is the fact that the blood is the colour it is. In the Alien films, it has always been a reveal of the colour of someone's blood being white that can be a driving factor for the movie going forward. In Alien, it is when they realise Ash was a robot and sent to ensure the creature's survival and the crew's deaths. In Aliens, it's when Bishop's thumb begins to bleed and Ripley remembers the devastation caused by Ash. And in Resurrection, it drives Ripley 8 and Cal to better understand each other's positions in life. However, in the case of the engineers, when we do get to see this green blood spray, it doesn't really have a heavy on-screen effect, other than that, hey, this big bald alien dude has greenish blood. And it's a blink and miss it sort of thing. So, as it is quite possible that this is some sort of artificial liquid that these highly advanced AI synthetics are using for whatever purpose, there still remains another alternative. That being that instead the engineer was a true flesh and blood being and was instead heavily genetically altered for the purpose of his mission. The black pupils could be to allow them to have almost perfect vision in the dark environments, as a large amount of light could enter and reach their photoreceptive cones. Their blood colour could be a variation of blood that is not only able to use oxygen in the respiratory system, but can also use other atmospheric gases as well. We see the engineer pace through LV-223's carbon-rich landscape, without the need for a respiratory oxygen supply pack. His height and strength could be gifted to him through alterations to his muscle growth and density factors, and his skin colour could be something to absorb or deflect certain radiations better during their long space flights and treks to alien worlds. One factor besides his appearance that could go to prove this theory, that is, the engineer, when discovered, is found sleeping within a stasis chamber. Now I ask the question, if he is in fact an android, wouldn't it be useless to do this? It serves no real purpose to be asleep for so long when he could have completed his mission. The only purpose the chamber served was to save him from the onslaught of whatever occurred on LV-223 2,000 years ago when they were planning to visit Earth. But if engineers are in fact synthetic, how could they have even been hosts for alien organisms that seem to have killed them on the base, or succumbed to the effects of the black pathogen? You could argue that the synthetics of the engineers have biological aspects and parts for any alien organism to feed off or mutate from. However, it makes much more sense just to say that they are beings that are heavily genetically modified, and that their appearances were the results of these modifications. So that's basically it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with everything we're doing here on the channel, you can subscribe, you can go visit me on my Twitter page, or you can become a Patreon at the Patreon page and join the Discord. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.